Hello again. um, I have come back to make a video on Uranus and Sagittarius, like I said I was going to do. So, it's gonna be very boring, but it will help you if you are a Uranus in Sagittarius. It's hard to say that word, even for a Scorpio. Okay. Strong intuition. People with Uranus and Sagittarius have a very strong intuition. Everybody thinks they have a strong intuition, though. Gifted with visions, precognitive dreams, and the imagination. Basically, that means you can kind of foretell the future for yourself and, like, the world. So I used to have that ability, but someone fucked something up, and I no longer really have that ability. But to some extent I do. So there's that. Premonitions may be uncanny. Uncanny means weird, or that's the only word I can come up with. If they develop these gifts, it will serve them well. Now, you have to figure out how to develop them. So that's your job, I guess. Attracted to occult arts and practice. And yeah, I created a list, which I will actually call off right now, of all occult practices. This is going to take me a good 5 minutes. Okay. Ouija board, palm reading, automatic writing, ESP mind control, hypnotism, horoscopes, astrology, fortune telling, water witching. Listen, some of these I don't know. I don't know what they mean. You might want to Google them. Tarot cards, pendulum, incantations, charms of protection, crystals, crystal balls, false religions, Tai Chi, Reiki, Feng Shui, no, I don't know what that means, martial arts, acupuncture, transcendental meditation, energy healing, seances, table body lifting, reincarnation, Dungeons and Dragons, channeling, Obia, Santeria, I don't know what that means, psychic healing, psychic hotline, fortune telling, voodoo, Freemasonry, superstition, spirit guides, animal totems, witchcraft, Satanism, numerology, curandero, no, I don't know what that means, satanic music, reflexology, magnetic healing, applied kinesiology, biofeedback, yoga, iridology, I don't know what that means, Twilight series, vampirism, Harry Potter, biofeedback, I don't know, chain letters, dream catchers, medicine wheels, mediums, witchcraft, Wicca, voodoo, lucky $2 bill coin, rabbit's foot, and the spirit of Halloween. And so, there you go. So Uranus and Sagittarius people are generally specifically attracted to the occult arts and practice. And it could be like clothing as well. So with me, I mean, how more occult can you really get? I mean, this is like the most, but not that I practice occult really, but attraction is something that I'm inspired by with occult, so whatever. Okay. May be very religious and have a good understanding of educational theory. May also want to help humanity as a whole. There's my Christian side, my Catholic side. Like to travel and learn from their new surroundings. I can't say that I'm a huge fan of traveling because I generally get sick and nauseous, but if I could, I would. I have traveled, though, to a few different places, at least. Maybe very eccentric and erratic in behavior. Eccentric, and not so much, but erratic. I can attest to that. May hold on their own opinions on the law and religion. I mean, I'd have to look more into that, but I definitely think that I'm one to be very opinionated on things like religion and law in specific. Could be rebellious in nature, and this may lead them into legal troubles. In my mind, very much so, but not in real life. May only see their side of the story, being oblivious to everyone else. That's kind of like a me against the world sort of thinking, but may only see their side of the story as opposed to everyone else. Like, yeah, I guess that's, I don't know. Enjoy shocking people by what they say or do. Yeah. But who doesn't? Who doesn't like shocking people? That's like what makes the world go round, right? I guess. Adventurous and seek independence. I definitely think that I seek independence. Adventurous, sometimes. Love science and philosophy. You would think that a cult would not go hand in hand with science, but apparently it does. So, science, philosophy, okay. I'm sure that one day I'll figure this out, but I haven't been one to be really that scientific or philosophical. Maybe philosophical. Sometimes, I guess. Love to keep abreast of latest discoveries. Don't like conventional thinking. They like to start anew. Now, I like to start anew, but where conventional thinking is concerned, I don't necessarily have a problem with it because I'm not exactly a revolutionary individual by any means, but I understand what that kind of entails, and I guess I could say you could say that I'm not exactly a conventional thinker. Not afraid to put themselves in danger to seek knowledge. Yeah, I'd probably put myself in danger for anything I really wanted. But seeing as how there's not anything these days that I really want, not in specific at least, then I guess I probably wouldn't put myself in danger for it. Love to be free to say what they want and go anywhere they wish. Now that's true. That is true. Generous, open-hearted, and progressive. They may stun others with their ways, but that goes... A lot of the things that you'll notice with astrology is that you'll have like one sign in one planet and then another in a different one, and they'll say totally opposite things. So for example, in Uranus and Sagittarius, it says that I am progressive, but in my moon in Taurus, it says the complete opposite, that I'm the complete opposite of progressive, so that I'm conservative and just not progressive at all. So who knows why that is. I guess that's why everything is such a chaos. Everybody's so full of chaos. Does not like the rigidity of academics, but understands the need for it. 100%. That's why I dropped out of college, besides the fact that I just didn't feel like I should be there. Optimistic. May find that their own beliefs come from feeling the spirituality that lives in everything around them. Oh yes, I feel that. Kind of a holistic approach to spirituality. Interesting to talk to and always direct. Now, I'm not normally interesting to talk to unless I'm in the right frame of mind. Perhaps, or if you're talking to me about something that I'm really kind of fired up about, I guess. But, I am definitely a direct person. I don't know. That's the most obvious thing, I think. I'm just very, I'm very diplomatic and direct. Unless you start to get me emotional, when usually I can't handle that. So I start to, backlash and just say, please leave me the fuck alone. And that's how I'm direct. Okay. Very open to trying new things. Honestly, it depends if I'm getting something out of it or not, and that goes hand in hand with my Taurus moon, where we only do something if we only get involved with something if it meets if we get something out of it that we want. A good example of that is something simple like I want to make money because I love clothes. I want to make money because I like the comfort. I appreciate clothing. So I'm gonna work so I can get more material clothing. That's just an example. So I'm not necessarily open to trying new things unless it feels right or it is right for me. At the place that I'm at, I guess you could say. On a timeline. May clash with those who hold traditional scientific and religious views. I don't know, if I could factualize these things, if I could apply them to something, I guess maybe I would be able to say that I'd clash with people with traditional scientific or religious views. It's just that I've never really had like full-on proof of scientific and religious perspectives for myself, rather than the obvious things like fire burns and water is necessary, and things that are obvious. But religious wise, like, I don't know. I mean, I like the idea of spirituality in a more holistic sense, but I would say that I would probably clash with people if I was with traditional views of like the Bible, but I think that kind of everybody feels that way in a sense these days. So okay, I'm done rambling about that. Okay. You deviate in a free and tolerant way. Free and tolerant being keywords, especially in relation to long journeys, philosophy and religion, and higher education. People born in these years tend to innovate in various areas of knowledge. They may even be innovative in religion in order to seek release from accepted beliefs and dogmas. They travel a lot to distant places with the purpose of learning and experiencing more. They are particularly good at dreaming up new ideas, Uranus being fire. You may be involved in unleashing your ties to common social beliefs. Yes. And creating new ways of thinking. A key characteristic of Uranus and Sagittarius is that they love to shock. And not necessarily to say shocking things, but they like to tell shocking stories if they can, and they have shocking principles. Examples, famous people that have Uranus in Sagittarius are Vladimir Nabokov, I think that's how you say it. He's the author of Lolita. So perhaps if someone like myself picked up that book, I might be happier. It might kind of broaden my mind a little because it's a part of me. Who knows? Alfred Hitchcock, Ernest Hemingway, and Karl Marx. All the political people out there know Karl Marx, and he's the best example of like a philosophy aspect of Uranus and Sagittarius. And that's about all I have to say for this specific placement, I guess you could call it. And if you're interested in anything, if you're attracted to the occult, I just read off a list of all the different occult things that you can look up and study, and if you don't want to get in trouble with all that, because people, they want to find out ways where they don't have to be secretive about being passionate about something like the occult. And you just have to not give a fuck. And if it's something that you're talented in, you gotta do anything you can to really be able to let people know that if you're going to be jealous of me for being talented in a specific skill, then come to me and I will help you. It's like with anything. There's no need for jealousy. If you want something, you can have it. You just have to ask someone who's open to it. I know a lot of people aren't, but I happen to be a very open person. So, I mean, and I'm a sweet girl, so it's not like I do practice like evil things or occult things, but I put them out on the table, and I, being a lover of American freedom, would like to just announce that I'm not the president here, but just announce that I'm okay with people doing things that aren't really acceptable, maybe to some, like occult things. Not all of them, of course. I mean, yoga is something I do, and it's good for circulation, and it probably has some very minuscule occult benefit, but it's not like you're performing rituals or doing voodoo or... But I would just say that if you do have skills and talents in the occult, don't do it because you think it's cool, because I think it's lame when people are like, oh, she's so cool, because she's like into that. But just do it because it's genuine for you, because it's something you genuinely like. And fuck the people that say, oh, she's so cool. They're just different. If we can accept individuality and differences within humans, then we would get a fuck lot farther in life than if we just stayed complacent in our narrow-mindedness and judgment between others. Jealousy is a whole different thing. If you want something, like I said, you should go and get it. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But everybody needs to figure that stuff out for themselves. And so, with that being said, that's all I have to say in my monotone voice. I'm so sorry. But facts are facts, and they're not exactly thrilling, so I'm just kind of putting it out there like so. And so that's all I have to say for today. Have a good day, and stay well, stay active, stay motivated, stay loving, stay open, stay hopeful, stay faithful, and that's it. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for viewing.